She going right there, eh? It's Denis here from Denis Loves You Outdoors. Just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving today. Just getting packed up, gonna head out of here. So that's the mountain that we own. So I'm on the other side where we have to drive through. I'll show you the bridge and all that kind of stuff that we got to deal with to get in here. This is that cargo trailer. It's a 31-foot cargo trailer that I mentioned a while back that I'm going to haul and put that right beside the mill site so I can store some wood and all that kind of stuff. This is where we used to go to, I guess. That little shack that I have my outdoor campfire pit next to it. I used to have that sitting right in here along the shoreline. And this used to be as far in as we used to go. The road to get into the cabin site to that island, I had to build that road, so it took quite a while with that little machine. Yeah, so this is the beaver dam. So the beavers have had this dammed up for, well, ever since we've owned the property. You can see that's used to be my campfire pit when I used to have my little shed. Oh, there goes a little snake. Yeah, so like I said, right in here. So this water has come up this much since the beavers dammed it up. I don't mind that too much, I guess. So what it was, I had to kind of sort of train them. They were, for some reason, they were having the dam along the side of the road, and then they would cut across and they try to build the dam right in through the middle of the road. So I kept using the front bucket of the backhoe of the tractor and kept pushing it over here to get them kind of on the same program. And then I guess if I have to, I'll just have to fill this road in a little bit over time. But I don't mind them doing that because it's raising the water level on the lake until it becomes a problem, I guess. So this is kind of like a dead water, you know, or swampy area. That's where all the beaver houses are. There's like 5 of them. And then you can just barely see, that's where the cabin site is, right in there on that point. Nice day. It was actually really windy and cold yesterday. Trying to zoom back out here to normal. Okay. That's the big bog. So our property is right at the end of that bog as far as you can see where those big spruce trees are. And it cuts on a slash all the way up that mountain. Yeah, like I was saying, the trees are starting to turn red, or red and yellow, different colors. Yeah, you can see where the beavers have been pushing the mud all the way up and damming this. This here's our bridge, I guess you would call it. This was like this when we bought the place. Actually, they had wood across this. And what this is, it's an old railway bridge laying on its side. And so over time, I just filled it in with rock, gravel. It's getting a little narrow now with the beavers damming it up. So you can see a little bit of water trickling out of the dam, running down the roadway, and then to this little brook. So this little brook just comes out of the dam. So the dam kind of weaves way over. So it's kind of neat. that water level right there of the lake is about 3 feet higher than the water level right here. It's kind of hard to see it, but and that's a pretty good sized dam going all the way around. I'll show you the other end of it here in a sec. Yeah, I'm just going to show you the other end of this dam. And then it comes all the way this way and kind of peters off when it gets to this hill. Yeah, so this is the end of the dam right in here, and you can see the dam goes all the way past the bridge where we're just at. Yeah, and also you can see the water's running out of the dam right here across the road. So we have another small little ditch, I guess you would call it. And something too, I just wanted to mention, the water runs out of this lake all year round. Like, it never stops. All winter, all summer. When it dries up, like yesterday was the first rain we've had in quite a while, this is running the same amount pretty much all the time. And there's no water, no little brooks or streams coming into this lake at the other end. So it's all spring fed, so it's constantly running, which is kind of neat. And like I mentioned before, my wife and I, we own, it's just over 350 acres. So we do own all on both sides most of the way. And there's one other owner on this lake. He's at the other end of the lake. He has a camp. I don't know if you heard just a little while ago, there was some shooting. I think he's doing some target practice because he got his moose license for Newfoundland. He's going to Newfoundland here soon. And he sent me a picture the other day. He got a real nice buck. It was a 13-point buck that he's been hunting for the past 3 years. He's been trying to get that deer on his dad's property. He didn't get it on this property. Yeah, there's the bog over there also. Yeah, so like I said, my wife and I, we worked really hard to get this big hunk of ground. Another view of the cabin site from here. You can just barely see the logs. Yeah, really nice fall day. Just looking here. Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah. I'm gonna stop here on the way out. I never thought to stop here the other day. We have some cranberries growing along the road. Right here, we checked some other spots the other day and we didn't find any. They're all dried up. Yeah, this is my favorite time of the year, when it finally starts to cool down, quiets down. It's hunt season. I usually take a lot of time off for this time of the year. Just up here, I'm going to show you, this is the road that we had to build to get to the cabin site. Yeah, so I've been working on the road. You can see I've been pulling rocks, big boulders out of the roadway. That's a huge boulder. But all I've been using is that little tractor. I probably overwork it, but the way I see it, if you own it, you might as well use it. More boulders here. There's another big, huge boulder. Obviously, I didn't move that. That's been there for a while. So this here is the original road. It goes up that mountain, and it kind of plateaus at one spot, and that's where we have our food plot, apple orchard, and the pond that I was working on is there. And then actually the mountain does keep going higher and higher behind that, but this road keeps going all the way to the end of the property, and I believe it's probably about 3 kilometers long, and there's actually a nice brook up there. So this here is the road that I made. So from here to the cabin site, I won't video all the way, but it took quite a while, especially with that little machine. And I had to rip all the trees out, rip all the rocks out, put culverts in. Nice red maple. I do have to come up here, right in through here. There's a couple of good sized spruce trees that I gotta cut down so I can use for my floor joists. And like I was saying, this time of the year is usually when I come up to cut all my firewood from the fall into the winter for the following year. See that tree there starting to turn? This is usually a problem area just up here. I usually have an issue every spring. It didn't this spring. So I've been at this culvert. I've been putting gravel and trying to surcharge it. I'm trying to get, a couple more feet onto this. I do have it banked up on this end to try to slow the water down. But you can tell every once in a while it does overflow this ditch. And this water comes from where our pond is up there, the overflow from that pond. And someday, and I mentioned in another video, I'm going to make another pond on the other side of the field. And that water will not come this way anymore. It'll go towards the lake directly, I guess. It's kind of hard to explain, but as you can tell, this is where I got all the rock. There's rock everywhere. So usually what I'll do is, like I said, for the fireplace foundation, the mill foundations, I dug all down and picked all these rocks up, picked rocks up on the side of the road, and put them in the front bucket and just dumped them, use them. Some more red and yellow. There's a neat red one. I see the moose have been in here eating this down quite a bit. Some moose tracks. Got a little ditch here made here. We have water running here all the time. It's always wet. There's another big boulder, big nugget. I think that took me 20 minutes to get that out of the middle of the road. Anyhow, like I said, this whole road was made by that little tractor. I do have a dump trailer. I've used that a few times, but it's quite a bit of a pain to use. Because everything's so narrow here, it's hard to turn around and find a spot to back up and swing that thing around. I do have a smaller little dump trailer, but it didn't work that great. Anyhow, there's the gravel pit. Just going to show you the gravel pit and then the road to the cabin site, and then we're going to end this video. It's dragging on long enough. Like I've said in other videos, you can't really get perspective on how high that mountain goes. Maybe you can now with the way the light's shining through there. I don't know if zooming in will help. Way up in there. I just did a video a while ago on the process on digging this gravel, loading it, and dumping it down at the mill site. Anyhow, that's the lake right there. Travel trailer, the mill site to the right. And that's where we're at, way over there on that side. Anyhow, that's it for now. So if you could like, share, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching. That's the end there, eh?